Did you know you can make Linux look like Windows? Or anything you want? The real question is, should you change it? Well, let's find out. Okay, we are back in Linux. I promised I wasn't going to make another Linux video anytime soon, but, well, I'm going to. So, everything's been great so far. You saw the last video, the 30-day update. Really no issues. The only thing that kind of bugs me is, for some reason, I have to enter the password several times. So whenever I click on Chrome, I have to enter the password, or whenever I boot up fresh. It's just like the first time when you go into it, it asks for the password 2 or 3 times. After that, it's fine. I'm sure there's some setting somewhere that will prevent that from happening, but that's a minor issue. So there's 2 things I wanted to talk about here. I was going to do a couple of terminal commands just to mess around. It was kind of a joke I made in the last video where I had the terminal up the whole time, and there were a lot of comments saying you don't have to use terminal. And I know that. I was just doing it to be funny, like to say, why is the terminal always there? I've never actually used the terminal until the other day, after a whole month, so you don't need the terminal. But I did want to do a couple of terminal commands just to show you what that's like. But actually, this morning, I received a comment from someone. His name is MM. And he said that he does not use Linux Mint because it does not come with Plasma. And I had no idea what that was. So I guess there's another version of Linux that comes with Plasma built in. And then I read his comments, and apparently Plasma is some sort of interface here that is a very nice interface. And to me it kind of looks like Windows a little bit. And that's what I've been looking for. So I did not Google which interface should you use. The first time I did that, I found Plank, and then I installed Plank, and that made it look like a Mac. And now look, when I rebooted, the Plank is gone. So I think the Plank was kind of more of a skin, or a applet, or side. I don't know. I don't want to use Plank because now it's back the way it was. So what I thought I would do, since Plasma appears to be a nice, what's it called? KDE. I guess KDE is the people who made it. Plasma. This seems to be more like an actual integration thing. So we're not going to use terminal. Going to try and do it from the software manager like people say. Now he mentioned Plasma 6, but what's on the software manager is Plasma 5. And I think maybe 6 is more demanding. So let's try 5 first and see. So we just do install Plasma desktop password. I don't know if it needs to reboot or not. So it's installing. This part right here with the software manager honestly is way better than Windows Store. The App Store in Mac is good. The problem with App Store and Mac is if your Mac is not new enough, it just won't let you install it, which kind of stinks. But so far with Linux, it just lets you install it, so that's good. So let's see what happens. I wonder what Plasma 6 is. Visual clarity, wallpaper settings, hardware accelerated graphics stack, Plasma 5 has Qt Quick 2 hardware accelerated OpenGL. And just to recap, what we're doing this on right now is a Mac. And it's still installing. So it's a little bit slow because it has a hard drive. And we're going to do the same thing. If this works well, I'll do the same thing on my home computer. So just to recap, on my home computer, I had my Windows set up, and then I had my Linux Dell workstation set up. And originally I thought that that was going to be the way to go, having two computers. But now that the Windows setup is a little bit more upgraded, I'm just going to have both the Windows and Linux in the same computer and just have one computer. And then I will just default it to boot to Linux. And then when I want to use it for gaming stuff, then I will boot it to Windows. Okay. So configuring SDDM. So we want light. What does that mean? Graphical login capabilities. Only one display manager. Light DM, SDM. So which one do we want? SDDM. I don't know. I think this is the one that I installed before. So shoot. Because when I installed Plank, it asked me the same kind of question. Light DM SDDM. Let's try that. So it's doing something. I guess we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so while this is installing, let's go ahead and just look at the interface again. So I did install this sort of clear thing here from it was Plank, and then it was what was it, you download the different icons. So I found that it was in the other video. So you could customize the colors, icons, you can make them look like whatever you want. There's different packages you can install. So this one that I put in made it clear, and then I made the icons bigger, but it's still this kind of weird kind of Windows 7-ish, XP-ish kind of. So you go here, then here, then, you know, it's like a tree, which I think people actually like this. I think that true computer enthusiasts like the tree method, you know, like the old days. The thing is that I've been now using Windows 10 and Windows 11 so long that I've sort of forgotten this. I used to love this, by the way, but I've been out of it too long, so to me now it's a little bit weird. Now I believe that, where'd the screen go? Here. If I see this correctly, the Plasma has kind of a start menu. Okay, that was annoying. For some reason, because this was installing and we're recording the screen, I couldn't use the browser. It just froze. So it's just this computer is very old and it can't handle everything all at one time. So the Plasma is installed. Now, what do we do now? How do we change it? Let's see. Where are the instructions? Neon 5. Oh, that's the one he was talking about. So this Neon has it already installed, I guess. Interesting. That might be, if this works out well, I think that I might try this for if I was gonna sell a computer, just so it looks a little more normal. But okay, where's the instructions? So it's installed. There was a, let's see, I'm trying to remember. I did this last time where you changed the Okay, we are back, and I was struggling there for a minute. I go, why? It installed the Plasma, and then the start screen changed, but when I went into the desktop, it was the same, and I kept messing around and kept messing around. So apparently when you start up the computer, you can pick which environment you're going to use, and there was a little menu right here. I can't really record that, but I had to change it from Cinnamon to Plasma, and now we're in the Plasma environment. And so here it is. It looks a little more like Windows. It has sort of this animation here. See? And if I close this, there's some sort of animation there. Chrome go. Office. Shoot. Put that back. Chrome. Add to favorites. Add to. Pin to. Okay, I guess this is called Task Manager. There was a little animation here. See the bouncy thing? Okay. The thing is, it's a little bit, I can tell already it's a little bit sluggish. It's probably because of the screen recording. It's not terrible, but I can feel it. It's not as snappy as it was earlier. So let's see if we can configure. See, now everything I configured before is gone. So I guess favorites is kind of like what, the start menu. Not sure what's Dolphin. Bouncy. I don't think we need all this animation, really. Oh, that's just the. Can you just rename this? Edit. There's no way to just. Dolphin. Anyway, so favorites, I guess, is kind of like the start menu. And then console, is that terminal? Yeah, that's terminal. I want to rename these. Let's get rid of that for now. And then this is Software Center is what the Software Manager was, I think. See, it's kind of sluggish here. I wonder why they changed the names of everything. So let's change the background back to where it was. Wallpaper. Where's the one that I had? Add image. Pictures. Stuff. No. I don't know where my... Where is it? Should be under downloads. Yeah, okay. Let's try that again. So, right click, configure desktop, add image. We have to go to downloads, and then we can put it back. No, that didn't work. Okay, try again. Add image, downloads. Now, where is it? There it is. Okay. Okay, we're back there, and let's see what else. I wanted to try this Plasma drawer thing, but I don't know if this, maybe this is already on there. System settings. Plasma 5 menus. Change wallpaper appearance. Might already be there. Plasma style. No, icons. The icons look weird because I was messing with it earlier. So you can make your icons look different. Oh, it's really struggling here. I thought this was supposed to be hardware accelerated, but it's kind of feels like it's not. Let's try breeze. Okay. So I think there's supposed to be a Plasma menu thing. Plasma style. No. Plasma drawer. Well, let's try this and see what happens. I downloaded it earlier, but I wonder if I can install it just from here. Let's see. No. Because all I want is the center. Configure icons only. Behavior. Sort by manually, by desktop, by activity. Program name. No. Enter edit mode. Icon only, task manager. Maximum rows. I don't know why I have such trouble with it. Okay, Plasma drawer. I had that. I did the installer thing, so I did that version 1.5. 1.5. 1.5. Try again. I mean, the instructions are very clear. It's just that I'm not really I have some other stuff going on in the background, so I'm not paying full attention to this. But see, the drawer exists. Then what? I already put that in. Customize. Click desktop. Add widgets. Okay. And then edit applications. It's in here somewhere. Activities. Drawer. Plasma drawer. So, oh. Uh-oh. I think I broke something. Why is there two? Oh man. Okay. We're messed up right now. Okay, that's the recording. Close that. No, not close. Remove plasma drawer, remove plasma drawer. Widget removed. Remove plasma drawer. Okay. So it's there. But this, how do you... No, this is like a Mac. I don't want that. Menus. I want the one that... Can you configure this? Okay, here. General. Show favorites in a grid. Show other applications in a grid. Show power buttons. Okay. About application launcher. I mean, this is better than the other one, but the one that I saw was that, right? But oh, I guess it is the same. Just have to change these icons here to look a little more clean, I guess. Icon, so that would be configure, wait. Oh, system settings. Appearance, plasma style, icons, just seems like application style. Cursors. Where do you change these? Under icons? But I did that. Breeze. Oh, I see. It's changing the icons, but it's not changing the text. I was hoping to make this to where there wasn't so much text, but I guess I have to mess around with it. Anyway, it was a little weird. I don't think I'm gonna do that. No, not logging out. Why does this just... Anyway, the last thing I was gonna do was tell you about, or show you, trying to not be afraid of the terminal. Document recovery, terminal commands. So these were a couple of commands that somebody put in the comment section. I guess this is the command for getting the system information. -f. Cool. So as I explained before, when I was in college, this is what I used to use. When we would upload our homework, we would use Unix back then. So this is fairly normal for me. The thing is, if you do system settings here, and then, where was it? Is it information? Info? No, I forgot what. Everything looks different now because of the new skin, so information about the system. Show more information. System monitor. So it's the same thing, kind of, right? But some people are comfortable doing it this way. So it's a Mac, 2nd Gen i7. There's all kinds of information here. This is like the device manager kind of thing in Windows. So that's fine. You can do it either way. And then somebody told me to type in this. I don't even know what this is. I guess this does updates or something. Let's see. Preload. That was... Somebody said to do that after you install Linux, but I don't know what that does. I think it does updates. Or reset something. And then sudo, I kept wondering what was sudo. What does sudo mean? So that was super user. What was it here? I had it pulled up. Sudo super user do. So what that sort of is, I guess, is just running as administrator. Because I was joking around before, I said, how come everything has sudo in front of it? Sudo, 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 sudo. It's just running as administrator. And then, you know, your basic commands is sort of like still even DOS. You have ls, shows you what's in the directory. I think you can go like that. cd dot dot. cd videos. Those are the video files. So it's just that nobody does this anymore. But if you're old like me, you remember these commands from DOS. So that's okay. I specifically, during the 30-day trial, I didn't want to use any terminal commands. Hey look, it actually shows the sensor temperature. That's cool. I didn't want to use any terminal commands because it's supposed to be easy. But I don't mind doing terminal commands. I've done that on a Mac several times for some other things, and it's totally fine. So there you go. There's the new desktop sort of thing. And then we have new icons. For some reason I have Bluetooth on here twice. So this needs to be all reconfigured. And then there is your scary terminal right here. Nothing to be afraid of. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one, and let me know what else I can do on this Linux machine.